I can have beer and deer in the same. Exactly. Yep. Standing by. I'm good. Okay. Oh my god. No, I'm just looking at the statistics of this tank. It's like
Is it a garbage tank?
35, 15, 15 millimeters.
Oh, yeah, that is not a lot of armor.
No.
That is not an impressive. So, I mean, my advice to you is try not to get shot.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's all I have at this point. I've got a 20 millimeter autocannon, so I got that going for me.
Yep. That should be good. Okay. What the hell? There it is. Alright. More War Thunder. Boom. And we're live. Hey, Trung. About to start recording a podcast, so I'm not going to be interacting too much with the stream. Hey, Tanker. How you doing? As I said, we're going to be starting a podcast in a second, so what's happening?
Do I have to leave?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll finish getting my food.
That's where the air conditioning is.
Okay.
I thought you were.
I thought you were just doing your normal stream, so I was going to stick around.
Hilarious. Here we go. You ready? Oh, sorry, you were saying?
I'm good to go.
Alright. And if you want to check, you can always put up the YouTube on your second monitor if you want to see what people are saying about you, if they are saying things. I cannot promise they will say things. A hidden object guru here, joined by...
The Gun Wrangler.
who just started playing War Thunder today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just as shocked as everyone else.
I sent you an invitation, but you had already signed up. It worked out perfectly. We're going to play a tank arcade battle, wherein you and me and 5 or 6 other dudes. Trung wants in as well, but you can get in on the next game, Trung. These don't take that long. Where we are going to be battling, just a bunch of AI tanks. I think there's 8 to 10 waves of tanks, and just try to keep your head down. Oh wait, I may have actually. Okay, this is embarrassing. I may have accidentally started an online game. So you and I are going to be playing against real people. I promise to fix it next time. But for now, just try to kill other tanks, and if we both die, we both die. It should go well. Of course, we are also here to talk some television we watched.
Oh yes. Everyone's favorite series, American Gods, and
it's pretty impressive, and a show that I am not going to describe as spinning its wheels the show, because I am a nice person.
that's about all you can say about it.
I'm just saying, they seem to love they seem to love spinning their wheels a little on this show. So where do you want to start?
Let's start with Men in the High Castle, because very little happens anyways.
Yeah. Tell me your opinion on this, right? I am thinking that it's like, it might be a situation where these guys we're going to A, just in case I didn't make that clear. If you want to come, great, but it's entirely up to you whether you want to come. Oh, thank you. What got me about the show, right, was I feel like it's one of these weird situations where, like, the showrunners have a specific, like, destination in mind, but the way they've mapped it out only has room for, like, television.
Yeah.
And and they're turning it into 4. And so, oh boy, is this taking its time. And
I
this
have
is...
to say, having watched the series previously,
Yeah.
when I first watched it, I was like, oh yeah, this is amazing. And then watching it a second time, I'm like, this is
They're taking their
absolutely
sweet time,
horrible.
aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, they're taking their sweet time. It's I'm very very interested to see where it goes, but whoo boy. All right, so maybe we can
Well,
find some tanks.
I'm pretty sure that's the only reason we keep on watching. It's
Yeah.
because we want to know where it goes. And if they stop faffing about,
Well, how do I put this, right? They better go somewhere interesting with Frank's storyline, because I don't know what the hell they're doing. Like, it's the story of a guy who is in way over his head, and he keeps, like, making things worse for himself by being belligerent to everyone all the time. And then
mentally
getting away with it.
self-destructive in a way
Yes.
that my wife would find intolerable.
Oh God, yeah. That is like, it's really frustrating, right? How self-destructive this man is. Like,
Yes.
I know he's sad about his degree of responsibility in his sister and niece and nephew's death, and I get that, but like, this needs to go somewhere and fast, or I don't know what I'm watching.
I can tell you it's not going anywhere fast.
But it is going
It does
somewhere.
go somewhat.
All right, I'm going to ask you a question, and you can tell me what you think about this question, okay? Why isn't Joe's father Albert Speer?
Sorry, say again?
Joe, we finally meet his father, and it's the guy from Odyssey 5, the French guy from Odyssey 5, whose name I can never remember.
Yep.
And why isn't it Albert Speer? Albert Speer, Hitler's architect. Like
I
the
don't
guy.
know, 'cause
like,
that seems
that's
like
who the
an
character
obvious thing.
should be, right? He's the big businessman in the Third Reich. He's the guy responsible for building everything. He was in charge of munitions. Everything about who this character is feels like it should be Albert Speer. And up until this point, the show has not been shy about using the names of real-life Nazis on the show.
Well, yes, because Himmler and what's his face?
Heydrich. Reinhard Heydrich
Yeah,
have both
both
appeared
in-
on the show.
both in the show.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Uh-oh.
saying.
I need an adult.
No, you too?
Well,
You think yours is bad? I had my
I
ammo
took down
burned down.
2 tanks, but
You took down 2 tanks? Yeah, Hans on the comment is saying that is not user-friendly for for new players. But apparently you did fine, because you took down 2 tanks to my 1.
with my sweet-ass 20mm crap wagon.
I know. But yeah, it's like, it's really strange, and I don't know why the character isn't Albert Speer. It is a podcast, Maddie. I don't, like, it's weird to me, right? Because it's like, it seems like the perfect... Because here's the thing about Albert Speer, right? He's one of the most fascinating guys in all of Nazism. Because he's the only guy who was in the high command who didn't get hanged.
True.
Like, every other guy got a noose. Because he was the only
No,
one who was able to persuasively argue. Or, well, a lot of them killed themselves. But everybody else in the high command got the noose who didn't kill themselves, except for Albert Speer, because he was able to persuasively convince Nuremberg that he didn't know anything about the Holocaust.
No, we have Sater, we have Krupp. We've got a couple other people who are just, we were just building shit.
Yeah, but no one as high as Albert Speer. Like, that's the thing. He's the highest ranking guy to not get killed. You're right, there's all these guys who ran the corporations and did the building, right, who did not get killed, because, as you say, they could make a persuasive argument that they were just, well, we just ran a corporation, we just built stuff for the Nazis, we didn't know about this stuff. But Albert Speer was in charge of all major infrastructure projects, and he was the head of, like, ammunition production. by the end of the war. Like, he was a really high up guy,
Yeah.
and he got away with it. And the question is, what did he get away with? What did he know? And I've read his autobiography, and the man is good at making a persuasive case that he didn't know. Like, that's all I can say about the man.
I've actually read a book called The Arms of Krupp, which
Okay.
is very similar. It's not an autobiography, but it's about the Krupp family and how much they were involved with the war.
Right.
And, oh man, guys were
Yeah.
definitely in it to win it.
Oh, really? Ugh. Because that's the thing. I read. It's fascinating because his autobiography is his prison diary, right? Of his
Yeah.
20 years he spent in prison. And my question is, I'm not saying I'm a conspiracy theorist, but did Israel poison him right when he got out of prison? I feel like Israel might have poisoned him right when he got out of prison, because he died relatively quickly afterwards. He had a heart attack
Well,
3 years later.
I'm just going to point out that at this point, Mossad was up and running, and
They weren't screwing
They were.
around.
they were making sure people got.
That's true. Yeah. I actually watched that not documentary, Jesus. I've watched plenty of documentaries. I watched that movie they did where Bing Kingsley plays, oh god, I'm blanking on it. You know. Oh, this is so embarrassing.
Munich.
Yeah, no, not Munich. The recent one. Netflix one they did.
Final Solution. Yes, I watched
Yes,
it.
Final Solution. Yeah, I thought that was well done.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I thought it was a really well done story, and ugh, yeah, he had to go. But what's interesting is, and that's why it's so strange in the show, that of all of the Nazis, the only one to be this really complex individual who I don't know, again, inner circle guys, to be a really complex individual who I honestly can't tell you how bad a guy he was, is Albert Speer. And it makes me wonder, why didn't they make his dad Albert Speer?
If I had to
Doesn't that
guess,
give you
It
interesting,
might
dramatic
be Surviving
opportunities?
Ken.
Oh, you think his family might be pissed about it?
Well,
Oh, that's a good question.
You know,
Oh yeah, I mean it is a
there's
show
there's
about
a lot
Nazis.
of people who are in the camp that Spears is the good Nazi.
Right. And
And
so,
associating
right,
him
portraying, trying to theorize what he would have been like had the Nazis won might prove very offensive to his remaining family.
with, the word
I
you're
had not
looking for
thought
is
about
libelous.
Yes, or in fact libelous. Although honestly, it's hard to get convicted of libeling someone who was convicted of being a Nazi at Nuremberg.
True. But it is, in fact, possible.
No, I'm sure it's possible, but I do think it would be difficult. Apparently, we have to take back one. We have essentially won this match, but we have to take one control point back, right? And then we'll get there. So, I think in my head from now on, that character is just going to be Albert Speer. Whenever I think about that character,
He's essentially a stand-in for. Wow, that's some sweet jumps you made. But yeah, he's essentially Albert Speer.
yeah, okay. So I'm not crazy about that, right?
No.
You thought the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you did great. Way better than me. Congratulations.
How? Okay, thank you.
I'm not very good at the game. I've made that clear. Yeah, you were 7th on the team. No, 7th on the team. Yeah, way to go.
What?
I know. Other people want to join. We're not going to be talking to them, but people want to join. And they don't seem to be online, which is weird. Yes, Desire. If you get in, then you can absolutely join us. Let's load up
Yep.
another match. Well, let's do it. And then when other people get here, we'll do the player versus enemy stuff. Oh, you have to ready up for us to be able to go.
Sorry, I'm just fiddling about.
Oh, be my guest. I had to... It's weird. I had the strangest problem with my control setup the other day. Right? I had the strangest problem with the setup the other day where it had turned off my... are you using mouse look camera?
Yeah.
Okay. It turned off my mouse look camera binding. It just suddenly stopped working.
That is quite bizarre.
Yeah, I could not understand why, so I had to reassign it. And when I reassigned it, it had switched mouse look when I loaded to the button that auto tracks planes when you're trying to shoot them with anti-aircraft. I'm like, huh.
There's a button that does that?
Yeah.
I've been trying to do that by hand.
Ah, yeah. There is apparently a button that does that. I do it by hand most of the time because I get frustrated by the button. Hans taught me very early on, under no circumstances should you ever try to use the zoom-in camera, like your scope, when you're doing anti-aircraft. But other than that, you should be fine. Just aiming with the regular zoom button.
All right, I am heading towards B.
All right, I'll join you.
In other news about Man in the High Castle, which it's a good show in fits and starts. And
is it crazy that by far the part of the show I'm most interested in is Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa's attempts to do the right thing within this terrible system?
Yeah, no, that's super interesting.
And the other thing I'll bring up in a second.
If
yes.
you want a recommendation, dear listeners,
okay,
for a super amazing podcast, Hardcore History, specifically Supernova in the East, which details all of this. We have an M13 at half a click, cracking off shots at us.
Okay.
But Supernova in the East actually deals with this.
Right.
Because the Japanese system is more fucked up than you can imagine.
Yeah.
In this time period.
Really?
The only reason Pearl Harbor was attacked, I'm screwed up.
Yeah.
The only reason Pearl Harbor was attacked instead of Manchuria
is
an army general got whacked.
Really?
By a naval cadet.
That's insane.
Yeah. The Prime Minister in 1932 was killed by naval
just an assassination.
Just straight up.
Wow.
Yep. They rolled in. They said, "Oh, hey, by the way, they're dead."
But I mean, stuff like that happens out there. I mean, there's only 2 Koreas because, like, some guy murdered the royal family.
It was happening, like, every 2-3 months.
Yeah.
You'd have, within the Japanese military,
Wow.
people whacking one another.
Damn. And they were desperate. They thought their move was to attack America. Not to, their better move was to attack America and not try to take out, just completely overrun China.
No, they were going to attack Russia.
They were going to attack Russia? Okay, well, that's just madness. Although, I gotta say, if the Germans and the if they left America out of the war and the Germans and the Japanese teamed up to take down Russia, that's a very different war.
Yeah. What ended up happening was, so essentially the Emperor was mute for a lot of the time.
Right.
So the military of various stripes would actually be autonomous. So the Air Force, the Navy, and the Army basically run by the general with no oversight and no communication.
Oh, damn. Well, that is not a good way to run any kind of a strategy.
But, so we get to... Oh, that was interesting.
Yeah, I just saw you explode.
We get to 1932.
Yeah.
And so these naval cadets kill the Prime Minister and, like, a bunch of other ministers.
Oof.
And they say they did it in the name of the Emperor.
Of course.
And in order to preserve the integrity of the Japanese state.
As you do. A popular reason for...
to die in their place.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a wild time. I had no idea. I've been just burning through these podcasts.
Okay, so
But-
yeah, when you talk about that kind of environment, his character makes a lot more sense if that's what it was like when he was coming up.
Yeah,
Like just all of this madness and chaos. Wow, that is fascinating.
yeah, absolutely. And I mean, he is pretty much the best character as compared to Juliana Crane, who just can't emote to
So
save her life.
frustrating, just so frustrating as a person and as a character and as a performance. Just, I never know what I'm supposed to think about this woman. I can't imagine it's
Trying
anything
to-
good.
Emote my best, but it's not working.
There is definitely a flatness. Well, and because there's this flatness to her, I never really get why the character is doing anything she's doing. And at some point, it's like, oh, so now you're just going over to the Nazis? Okay. Because you're desperate to help out Joe, who's really been terrible all of the time?
Yeah, he's been genuinely awful to you.
Yeah. Since you met,
99% of the time.
one time he saved you from one traitor, and he's been awful the rest of the time. And you're like, but I've got to save this guy. Do you, though? Do you have to save him?
I have a
I don't know that you
I-
do. How
I
many
am
times do I have to shoot this frigging plane? But anyway,
kinda
you were
trapped
saying.
here.
Oh, no.
I feel that the best of the show so far has been in season 1
Yeah.
because it provided these dark glimpses
Yeah.
into everyday life, and it
Oh,
was so good.
I know. Well, and they've got a little bit of that with, Obergruppenführer.
Yeah,
With the Obergruppenführer and his drama with his son. Like, that's good stuff.
yeah, it's but it's not like
It's not great like it was
Rain
in the
of
first
Ashes
season.
that Joe has to,
I know.
and you're just like, oh yeah, don't worry, it's Friday.
I know. That's when we burn all of the people. Jesus.
Exactly, and you're just like, holy.
Yeah, he's never been outside of New York. He doesn't know what the world is like. Oh.
It was scarring to me as like
Yeah.
just a viewer.
Yeah, I know. It's a horrific scene. Right? And then, but then
moments
even in the
like
first
that-
season, yeah, you're right. They have been absent from the second season so far. And that's frustrating.
It
And,
really is.
Oh,
because-
no.
I mean, I
Uh,
call it the mundane horrors of their world.
Yeah. We're going to be playing Tier 1 Desire, and we're going to be doing the player versus enemy after this match. So just have your Tier 1 tanks ready to go. And because we're doing player versus enemy, it doesn't matter what nation you use. Yeah, and you're right. It's like, what did I love most about the first season? I loved seeing what Dragnet was like in Nazi America. Like the little glimpses we get when the people are watching Dragnet on the television, but it's about Gestapo guys looking
Yeah.
for, people committing sedition. I'm like, damn,
It
That's
reminded
fascinating.
me of whatchamacallit? Wolfenstein 2, where it's like,
Yep.
sorry, fatty, you shouldn't be eating chocolate.
Jesus, Wolfenstein 2 was amazing. I'm sorry, it really was. I don't know why people didn't love it the way they loved the first Wolfenstein. I liked it so much more. I loved all the stuff about occupied America. Getting to kill Klansmen will always make me happy.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you're getting to kill Klansmen. That's just pleasure incarnate. But, it's so smart. It's so well written. Like, the first one, all they really did was that wonderful joke about the Nazi Beatles. Right? That they
Yeah.
had a whole album by the Nazi Beatles, and it was kind of a funny idea.
Well,
And
they
they
have that
doubled
in there,
and
too.
tripled down. No, but I'm saying that was the biggest thing in the first one. Like, the only real thing about society in the first one was that joke about the Nazi Beatles. Then in the second game, it's like, no, we're doing huge amounts of stuff about what America is like under the Nazis, about what propaganda is like, and about what culture is like, and how frigging half of America was happy to sign up with the Nazis.
Yeah.
You know, like it's really powerful stuff in that second game, and that is what the first season of this show was promising.
Yeah, and we got glimpses of it, and it was some absolutely Travelers level,
Yeah.
fantastic television.
Oh yeah, it was. And then, as they've been getting into the actual plot with the actual characters, I'm less concerned with it than I was with the world building stuff. Does that make sense?
No, it absolutely makes sense. The world building was better than the characters.
Yeah.
Though that may just be the fault of at least one of the actors.
Oh, you're still gonna go after her.
She's tremendously frustrating
No, she is.
in an
Oh,
otherwise amazing show.
No, she is. Alright, I've invited a third player. Ready up your tier 1 vehicles, and then we're gonna go after the arcade mode.
Okay.
Assault Tank Arcade, and then, again, it's gotta be tier 1. Someone's got a battle rank 6 tank. I'm guessing it's Desire for Power who has the, sorry, just Desire who has the battle rank. Yes, I know my performance at AA was terrible, Hans. I knew that the game was over, so I was just rushing at tanks. But yeah, so basically we started a base, and we just have to defend the base from waves of tanks. If you start running low on tank shells, there's a circle in the middle of the base. And just go there.
Okay.
And it will refill your ammo.
Besides my 36 millimeters of armor, is there a way to get repaired?
Actually, yes.
at
Whenever
this
you
point-
kill a wave of tanks, out in the field, a tank repair item will pop up, and you just have to drive over it.
Okay.
No, we're only 1.3 Desire, because this is literally, I keep forgetting your name, Stank Pail's first time playing
First
the
day.
game. Yeah, first day.
This is
so,
like,
yeah.
I've been at this for like 3 hours, maybe.
So there you go.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But,
No, and that's what gets me. And I mean, while I like the stuff with him finally killing that doctor to save his son, which we knew was coming forever.
yeah.
Right? Yeah. Well, yes, as long as there is battle rank ranges in the mode, that's true, but keep as low as possible, stay under 1.7, because, again, it's his first day. Oh, wow, I never actually made the M22. What don't you know how to use?
The machine gun?
Oh, the machine gun. Yeah, hit spacebar. You hit spacebar.
Okay.
I probably should have told you that ages ago.
Probably.
That one's on me. But anyway, so yeah, like, I mean, it's fine. It's nice that he got around, and like, it's weird. I like the character stuff they're doing with him, because his whole, like, it's an interesting comment on fascism, right? Because the whole concept of fascism is one guy knows how to fix everything. Like, it's like, I'm the guy who'll come in and I'll fix everything. And that's what fascism is. I'm a guy who's gonna fix everything. And it's a cult of personality
to the state, right?
No,
And
but it's not even the state. It's always one guy, and that's the thing.
One man
charismatic
is the
leader.
He's the avatar of the state.
Yeah, but that's the point.
It's all about the fatherland. It's all about.
Oh yeah, no, it's all about the fun. It's about we used to be better. We used to be better. We're going to be great again. We just have to destroy our enemies, and our enemies are all around. And it's about unrestrained militarism under the control of a demagogue. That's what fascism is, and it's great to see the Obergruppenführer looking at it and saying, "Oh crap, Hitler's going to die soon." And what if the one guy in charge of fascism becomes Reinhard Heydrich? That would be a disaster for everyone. And that is what has started... Yeah, this ends poorly for everyone if Reinhard Heydrich is in charge. Right? So he thinks to himself, I've got to... And that is what started him down this path of, well, now he's murdered a doctor. You know? And I mean, because it started by him doubting... He's seeing power plays in what is supposed to be a perfect system.
Well, he murdered the doctor to save his son.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. At first he sees there are... Because it's two things simultaneously, right? One, he's seeing power plays and politics in what is supposed to be a perfect system. And then at the same time, he suddenly had a human face put on the sacrifice of the weak that is supposed to be where we get our strength from.
Yeah.
And if either one of those things had happened on their own, he might have muddled through it, but because they happened to him at the same time, it has changed his whole worldview.
Yeah. I know from here it does get much better.
Okay. So I'm going to see some very interesting stuff going forward, but...
Yeah, we just need to chew through.
Okay, there's some stuff we need to chew through. I will keep that in mind.
There's a lot of filler in this series.
Okay.
And it kills me.
Oh, alright, so let's move on to a show that we can just flat out enjoy. American Gods. Which, to a certain extent, is... I mean, even when American Gods is spinning its wheels, it has important things... It has important things to teach us about the characters and the world.
Yeah. Like, even when it's spinning its wheels, even when we're faffing about with dead wife.
Yeah. Oh, she was so much fun this week. The little quest she goes on. Well, that he tricks her into going on. I mean, he gives her what she wants, but it is a quest he tricked her into going on.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good scene. Yeah, I really... Oh my god, I loved that journey through the many phases of memories of, like, the different kinds of... Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, the ages of artistic expression. Like, that's a fascinating journey they went on.
Well, the visuals of American Gods never fail me.
It's weird, because it's like, I don't like it when David Slade makes movies. Because I don't think he either... whether he's writing them or just like... I don't know that he picks good scripts or has the opportunity. Right? But as a frigging visual stylist when he's working on somebody else's project, oh my god. Are there a lot of people better than David Slade?
This is one of those things, I'd qualify it like Zack Snyder.
Yeah. Where it's like, keep him away from the writing.
Let him write anything ever in the history of the world.
But if you just let him get away with it, like, get him behind the lens, right, you can get something magnificent. And it's like, I thought, is Hannibal the only thing I'm going to love about David Slade's career? And then what happens, I friggin' start watching American Gods, and again, they team up. It's Brian Fuller and it's David Slade again, and you're getting an even more extravagant visual feast because... because unlike Hannibal, he doesn't have to be restrained by realism, by it being set in, the grounded world in any way, shape, or form. He can just have this, again, whatever visuals he wants to tell this otherworldly story, and they go into animated sequences. I mean, for the love of God, this year we've had multiple, like animated sequences on the show. And not just as transitions. Like, in the first thing, they would do the traveling animated transitions. This year, we've just had animated sequences on the show. Like, significant stuff, and it's been really great.
Well, beyond that, everything looks good. Look at, like, that opening montage from, I believe it was episode 3, where, there was the kid with his father, and
yes, the guy learning the guy and his father and the piano and the computer. Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Like, and that's not even giant and fantastical the way some of the stuff is, but it's like using visual storytelling to get you to understand huge things about these characters in an incredibly short amount of time. You know?
Beyond that, it teaches you about the world.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because what does the Father say?
Yep.
Is,
Careful.
this is how I worship.
Yep. Yeah, and it's a throwaway line to understand, but it shows you that, yes, all of this stuff is worship in this world. All of this stuff is part of their... it's all part of their religion. Because everything... And again, we were talking about this when we were doing the Vulcan stuff last season, right?
Yeah, with Chernobog.
Yeah. Well, both with Chernobog, with the, all sacrifice of slaughter, and with the stuff with Vulcan, which was, and his gun factory. Every time someone pulls a trigger, they're saying a prayer that the bullet will work. Right? Whether they think about it or not, every time they pull a trigger, it is a prayer that the thing that they are shooting at will die, and the thing they kill is a sacrifice to Vulcan. Right?
Well,
and so this gets into everything.
Very interesting thing.
Yeah.
Especially, like, it's the thing with Chernobog, where even slaughter
yes.
is, this is my craft.
Prayer. It is
This is what
yeah.
I do. Every time I do it,
Yeah.
it's an act of worship.
Yeah. Oh God, it's so smart. It's such an interesting take on this idea of religion, right? Where if everything is prayer, then there are gods all around us, and the answer is yes, there are gods all around us in this world. And that's part of what I find so fascinating about. Sadly, we lose Gillian Anderson. I'm sad about the loss of Gillian Anderson. I really liked Gillian Anderson in the first season. I'm sad to have lost her, but I'm sure they'll do interesting things with new media. And then we see... But she just shows up. Then we see technology go through the exact same... experience. Right? When there is a new idea of what technology is being born in the guy who has been obsessed with his computers his whole life, and who is, the Steve Jobs of this world, whatever you want to call him.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. He's the Steve Jobs of this world, and he represents a new kind of computer, and a new kind of technology, and he is essentially redefining what it is to be the god of technology. And what's interesting is, they touched on this a little... It's interesting that the new gods are... This is going to be a weird way to say it, are carnivorous, or not even carnivorous.
More that
they are replaceable
not so
in
much
a way.
Carnivorous, but I describe them as...
Oh crap! They're about to take our base on the other side. Yeah, I forgot to tell you. You actually do have to protect the base.
I'm doing my best with my 20mm cannon.
Do you just have the one tank?
I got others, but nothing more impressive.
Oh, okay.
20mm cannon.
But anyway, I was saying carnivorous because with the old gods, eventually, yes, if no one worships them anymore, right, they will disappear, as we learned from the flashback about the land bridge. But we've also seen from, Chernobog and the death god who now works in every diner in America, which was a nice twist. I did not see that coming. That she is present in every diner in America. But that was a good twist that I really enjoyed. These characters, gods can also be tenacious. Even after they're not being actively worshipped, they find a way. Whereas the new gods, are constantly cycling in and out. And Mr. World is the only one who's stable because he represents, the idea that everything is hollow all the way through. He represents, as you said, globalism.
Yeah.
And that is a concept that is, locked, that is on lock. He's not going anywhere, but because our conceptions of, what is media, what is entertainment, what is technology, is constantly changing. The new gods are constantly changing.
But the world isn't going to change.
Yeah. And it's just fascinating that the old gods have this stability, and the new gods are constantly cycling. And maybe that's why the old gods think they can survive. Because they seem to be more resilient.
I do like Mr. Wednesday.
Ugh.
Ian McShane,
Isn't Ian McShane the best?
never, ever a disappointment.
No, he's fantastic. All of these episodes, he's been amazing. Like, he really has. Oh, and what was the other? Oh, and I mean, my favorite, honestly, one of my favorite jokes in the series so far. I mean, it's just such a simple, silly joke, but I loved it so much. Was the idea that the heralds for capitalism are Girl Scouts? Like, Mr. Money, his heralds are capitalism, and capitalism is a Girl Scout. True?
Yeah.
That's so perfect. Because, you know, the concept of money. Well, yeah, we all do worship money, so he's very powerful. Okay, well, who speaks for money? Who is the herald of money? Well, capitalism. What is capitalism at its purest form? Girl Scouts. Like, that's just such a good joke. I've enjoyed a lot of the jokes about worship on this show. I think that's my favorite one so far.
Like, I just genuinely enjoy the show,
Yeah.
and I think, half an episode ahead.
Okay. Don't tell me anymore.
But yeah. It is currently the best non-Expanse thing on TV.
There you go. Well, I think that's what interests me so much. And it's like we were just saying, even when this show, even when we know it's, you know, as they say, taking a while to get to the fireworks factory, the whole journey is so compelling that you don't feel like it's ever wasting your time, the way I honestly feel like High Castle is wasting my time every now and then. You know?
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, I've never felt, because there's so much depth to the character, because there's so much to see in this world and to learn about this world, I never feel like my time is being wasted. I'm always feeling like I'm being educated and learning new things about these people in this world, even when it's taking its sweet time. Oh, you got killed, Tank Pale?
Yep.
I'm sorry.
A little killed.
Yeah, you got a little killed. That's fine.
But
This is the bunker here, by the way. If you ever need to rearm, this is the bunker that lets you rearm. You just get next to this bunker and they give you your ammo back. It takes a while, but they do give you your ammo back. But yeah, so very impressive.
Aside from, like, I love how nakedly, baldly twisted the gods are.
I know. Isn't it sweet?
Even Mr. Anansi.
Oh, God, wasn't that great?
Yeah. Like, he's all about, you know, he puts on a face of, oh, I'm all about liberation and the black people. There's a moment where in a couple of not even, probably 30 minutes into the next episode, you realize just how naked and bald-faced
that's the thing. He is a trickster god, you know? He's always in it for himself. It always comes down to he's in it for himself. And it might help you in some way every now and then, but when it comes right down to it, he's always the only one whose needs are being met. Again, what was his introduction scene? He gets people to have a fire, like he gets the rest of the way to America by having people burn down a slave ship, killing themselves by and worshiping him when they do it. You know? I mean, yeah, well, it's always a good idea to kill slavers, but at the same time, what's in it for him? I love that scene.
Well, for me, like, there is this scene later on, and you'll see it in episode 5.
Okay.
Where it's made clear as to why he's always like that. He basically goes, you know, okay, if you're killing black or brown people, you're killing my potential followers, and I can't have that. It's not, oh yeah, I'm all for people of color. It's, no, you're killing my potential followers.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like he is manipulative and he is controlling, and it can seem like he's on the right side of things, but like you just said, it's always about him. You know?
Yeah.
Oh no! I got up on one set of treads! That seems unrealistic, but I'm happy to have done it. I'm happy to have been involved in that ridiculous contrivance.
Nothing about American Gods that is bad.
Yeah. It's just an impressive show from beginning to end. Like, the messages are always so interesting, the performances are great. Like, everything about this, they've just done such an amazing job with it. Yeah, like, I mean, you know me, I like Neil Gaiman anyway.
About.
Yeah.
Even.
There's so much to learn. And that's what I love about it.
And it's always interesting, and it's always a visual feast.
And it's beautiful.
It
is beautiful, even when they're just getting there. Even the trip is always fantastic, and the show has actually made quite a bit of hay out of how much fun our Leprechaun's trip has been all year. Like, as his luck has run out, and he's trying to get places, and it just gets harder and harder and harder for the man. Because he's got no luck anymore. He sets a boat on fire, for God's sake. It's beautiful. Oh, yeah, but yeah, it's been amazing. So my question is, do you know who's doing Sandman? Because I haven't found out who's doing Sandman yet.
I don't know. I do have a friend who worked on The Boys, which is supposed to be pretty good.
Okay.
I'm seriously considering watching it, even though it is
Garth Ennis based. But I mean, it's also Carl Urban, so, you know.
Yes. My issue is there is...
Yes?
There is no world. I don't care who's starring in it, who's directing it.
Yeah.
Is in it, supporting it, who's reviewing it. There is no juncture at which I will watch any version of The Crossed.
No, of course not. No, it's Garth Ennis. It's one of the worst things ever produced by human beings. In the history of human artistic endeavor, Garth Ennis's Crossed is one of the worst things to ever have been created, and the man deserves to have nothing good happen to him for the rest of his life because he created that. Is that a terrible thing to say? Am I a bad person for saying that, or is that the truest thing I've ever said?
You have to balance this, because you look at the Marvel Knights, Punisher, and you're like, wow, this is some of the best, deepest storytelling we've seen in comic books up to this point when it had been produced. And then you have Crossed, you're like, this is some of the absolute worst. This is pure nightmare fuel. Oh yeah,
that's all it's for, though. Like, it has nothing to say except it wants to make you feel sick to your stomach. It's like, you know what? If you do a story that's just a guy hitting puppies in the head with a hammer, I'll feel sick to my stomach. And that is the level of care that has gone into Crossed. You know, that is the level of work that has gone into crafting Crossed. It's just puppies getting hit with hammers. That's all it is. Forever. It's not saying anything. It has no message. It has no value. It is just hitting puppies with hammers. And I don't approve of that.
Like, we are often at odds on a great many things.
Huge number of things. There's very little we agree on, except for what makes for great television. That's and even then, there's stuff I find...
Crossed.
Well, yes, and Crossed. And what makes the worst thing ever.
Yes.
But yeah, but the thing is, it's like, we can both recognize a great TV show, and obviously we can both recognize the worst thing we've ever seen in our lives. And Crossed is very high on the list of worst things I've ever seen in my life. And I can't imagine it there. I can't imagine the world is such an unkind place that it will ever be adapted into another medium. But honestly, The Walking Dead went for 8 years, so who the hell knows?
See, I liked The Walking Dead up to a point. I was one of those. No, I was an early adapter.
Oh no, I have the first 12 issues of the comic. You know, I have them in comic book form. I don't think that's crazy.
I got the first 6 or 8 in
Yeah.
hardbound.
There you go. Like, I have the actual issues. I bought the first one the first day it came out. Like, I'm not saying that there wasn't a reason to get into The Walking Dead when it started. There was. You know? I had a letter printed in the first 6 issues of The Walking Dead. You know? Like, and the thing is, it's like, in the early days of The Walking Dead, there was no ads in it, right? But he still only wanted to do 22 pages. So there would be like 8 pages of him just chatting. Like, there was a comment section in every issue. It was like 8 pages of letters every single issue of The Walking Dead.
I know. And, like, I was down with the plot and the characters and the setting. Especially, you know, after the Telltale... You know, I got back into it.
I love that game. I did not like the second one or the series as a ongoing whole, but I really did like that first game.
I gutted it out, and overall, I like it.
Yeah.
However, that said, it's like the road. Unending misery.
It is.
Is sort of bleak.
Yeah.
And, you know, after a point, you're just sort of like,
I'm tired of feeling miserable all the time.
Dude, I am so good at being depressed.
Yeah.
I don't need a comic to help me out.
I will say this for Robert Kirkman. I respect that he ended it unexpectedly.
He ended it?
Oh, it's over. Yeah, it stopped.
Oh,
What he did was he didn't announce it and he didn't lead up to it, and they made fake covers for like the next 6 issues to put in the back of the comic to make people think it was still going to go. But no, Rick gets killed in one issue, and then the next issue is the last issue. It's about the aftermath of Rick getting killed, and it's the last issue. That's it. It's over. And it's like, I so respect that he pretended he was going to keep, like, he didn't tell people when the show was, when the comic book was going to end. He just stopped the comic book. It's a smart way to do it.
That was.
But yeah, I'm just saying, I guess, if there's one thing you and I can agree on, it's, had Garth Ennis stopped writing the moment he finished Punisher Max,
the world would be a better place.
The world would be a much better place.
Like, this is why, as far as I'm concerned, his penance should be him being locked in, like, his mother's basement.
Jesus.
For the rest of his living years. Doing Punisher.
That would be nice. He's got a passion for Punisher and he writes the character well. There's stuff about the Punisher he didn't get, but you and I talked about that for ages in our Punisher cast, so we're not going to do any more of that now. I'm not going to waste everybody's time with going over that stuff again. He does a great Punisher story. You will never hear me say. I think there's some macro stuff about the Punisher that I don't agree with his take, but you don't get a...
With Punisher Born are well known.
Yeah. No, but I'm not going to tell you that there's a guy out there doing a better job of writing a pure action Punisher story. I don't know that there is.
Here's the thing. The issue is Garth Ennis as a reprehensible human being.
Jesus. Yeah.
He did a better job at Punisher than anyone else.
Oh, yeah. Totally. I agree with you completely on that.
No one even comes close, and it's bad.
That the man who did all of this other terrible work could do such a good job as Punisher. Yeah, I don't get it either. I'm still sad about Punisher going away, by the way.
I don't know. It just seems like
I mean, the TV show. Like, I'm just still a little sad about that.
I'm almost positive we're getting it back in, like,
On-
basically on the
The Disney service.
yeah.
I guess we'll see. I really hope so, but you know, who the hell knows, right?
Well, no, all of the cast have said, "Oh, we'll come back if we're offered a chance to."
Right. Well, fingers
And-
crossed then.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, they would be smart to do that because people really did like the Punisher, so fingers crossed.
Well, if they bring back everything but Luke Cage, they'd be good.
Yeah. And I think it'd make them all a lot of money.
It would. Also, Luke Cage was
Oh, I heard about that
stem to
second season.
stern
No,
a shit show.
no. I think I'm going to tell you, I honestly believe the first 6 episodes of Luke Cage were a very entertaining TV show. And then the second 7 episodes were a trash fire. And apparently the second season was even worse.
I can confirm that, yes, it is even worse.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's so sad.
The first 6 episodes, pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, no, it really was. I was
Soundtrack, pretty good.
That was a great soundtrack. Come on. But that whole second half of that season was so terrible. Apparently, I just got a trophy for killing someone a rank higher than me. And that is the first time I've ever done that.
Oh.
Way to go, me! Oh, crap. Oh, I'm so dead. This has been so brutal. I got shot a ton of times, and I was badly injured. Now a guy isn't even bothering to kill me because I'm in such bad shape, which is
I think next
makes me feel
week
very
we're gonna
pathetic.
do Dreadnought, because we're gonna do these sort of like massively online.
Stuff. I'll be interested to try it, Dreadnought. Yeah.
Might as well do it in cap ships, right?
I don't know. I kind of like tanks. We'll talk about that in the future. So,
I do
yes,
like things.
we will be checking out for next week. We're going to be back here to talk season 2, episodes 5 and 6 of both Man in the High Castle and American Gods. So if you're psyched to hear more about those, feel free to join us. For now, would you like to give people a quiz?
All right, what's the subject?
I was hoping, since you just watched that thing about Japan, we could get something to do with World War II. Your history, and name the show again. What history?
It's called Hardcore History.
Hardcore history. Okay.
It's by Dan Carlin.
All right. Can you give us a quiz question based on it?
Oh, I can. I'm just like trying to think of something that isn't abject horror and misery.
Jesus.
Yeah, apparently a lot of history is just that.
Nightmarish. Yeah. No.
Name me the number of naval cadets who, in 1932, killed the Prime Minister.
Nice. All right. If you can do that, be the first commenter below the video to mention it, and you will win a prize. Just drop in the comments section below the video, along with the time code for where we ask the quiz question, and boom, the prize is yours. For now, I've been the Hidden Object Guru. Thanks for coming on this
I've been
journey
the
with
gun
me.
Wrangler.
We will see you back here next week for more, but until then, we're going to say au revoir.
Deuces.
Perfect. Merci beaucoup. Let's finish out this match and murder these people. I just got 2 kills. I know that shouldn't
Ow.
be a huge accomplishment for me, but for me, that's a pretty big accomplishment. Ah, damn it, I missed. And he killed me.
Round this out, and well, Rach gets back tonight, so I'm super excited for that.
Yay! Oh my god, he fired a shell that after it got inside my tank exploded and killed everyone. That didn't feel great. Apparently this video has...
watched
apparently this
Fury
video...
lately?
Wait, one second. Apparently this video has 44 dislikes.
Already?
How? How could that even happen? No, I haven't watched Fury lately. I still haven't seen Fury.
What?
I know, it's crazy. I just haven't gotten around to it. And all of the tank people who drop by the channel remind me to watch Fury, and I'm like, I promise I will get around to it. I just haven't yet. I know it's bad.
What next? Are you going to tell me that you haven't seen End of Watch or something? Or...
Yes, I have seen other David Ayer movies. I'm not crazy. Even Suicide Squad. The worst... I was about to say the worst David Ayer movie, and then I remembered Bright.
Then you remembered what?
Bright.
I
Suicide
like
Squad? No, you didn't. I was here for the podcast where we talked about Bright. I remember your feelings on Bright. You're not gonna retcon this now and tell me you liked Bright. We were here for that, buddy. There is audio records of your feelings of Bright.
Yeah. Okay. It has a lot of...
It has a lot of problems.
But I can enjoy it.
No, that's true. You're right. You can enjoy it in a way that it is impossible to enjoy Suicide Squad, and I will agree with that assessment.
Yeah, because Suicide Squad was...
Oh yeah, it's just terrible in every respect. I agree. Like, I'm not going to defend Suicide Squad. I'm just saying, I hated Bright.
You hated Bright for...
A lot of reasons. There were a lot of reasons. But it's funny, I was watching... I'm not saying that this is... Woohoo! We were in the best squad! What? We were in the best squad?
I don't know how.
Well, Desire for Power was on our team. Let's see how our ranking was. I was 6th overall? What? Oh yeah, wow. Desire was 1st overall with 7 kills. Died twice, 7 kills, 1 capture point. So yeah. Excellent work, everybody. We're going to wrap up the War Thunder portion of the stream. Thanks, everybody who dropped by. I hope you had a great time. Desire, thank you for covering for us so much.
Yeah. Thanks
that was amazing.
That's boot.
That was fantastic. Yeah. And hey, I got 2 kills, which is weird for me. But yes, the thing about... There we go. I will watch Fury. But the funniest thing happened to me this week on my channel. And I think you'll find this slightly interesting. I did that high voice because I don't know if you will. So I started one of my videos of Earth Defense Force got 5,000 views in one day.
Holy shit!
And it was flooded by people angry messages in Spanish.
What?
What is correct? That is the correct response. And I checked my statistics.
Okay.
And I checked my statistics, and all of the people, the 5,000 people, watched that video for less than 30 seconds. So I start reading the comments and translating them from Spanish. And no, thank you, Desire. You did a great job. Merci beaucoup. So I start reading the comments. I have them translated, obviously. I have to. And I start reading the comments, and they're all like, this guy, hey, are you so-and-so? Is this so-and-so's channel? So-and-so? What's going on here? So-and-so, why did you send me to this channel? And what had happened was, and I have no idea why, a super popular, like 15 million subscribers popular, Spanish YouTuber, when he was posting his new video, accidentally posted a link to one of my Earth Defense Force videos instead.
Wow.
I know, right? And so my thing is like, essentially full of people demanding to know whether this was a prank. And I'm like, no, I think he just was watching my video and then forgot to, like didn't hit Control-C when he meant to bring you the link to his video.
Yeah, didn't clear his clipboard.
Yeah, it was bad. All right, thank you for doing the War Thunder. I will, I'll watch the episodes and we'll figure out when we want to get together next week.
Sounds good. Get
All right.
Dreadnought. It's
I
on
will get
Steam.
Dreadnought. I know it's on Steam, and I know
fantastic.
it's free. Don't worry, I'll get Dreadnought, and I'll try out Dreadnought. And I will learn how to play, and then we will go do some capital ship killing. Cool?
Sounds good.
All right, I'll see you soon.
Later.
Bye. All right, let's do some recording, peeps. Hey, Object Guru here with hot new game Totally Reliable Delivery Service, which is yet another entry in the comedy physics genre of video games, where games have wonky physics and hopefully funny things happen. Let's check something. Can you play it single player? Because I will be very disappointed if I can't. There are no controls options, so let's just do this. Oh, here we go. Alright, how do we play? Umbrella's a great way to break your fall. Okay, so grapple, raise arm, run, honk, dive, jump. Look, emote? Okay. Hey, Mod! Hope you're having a great night. Apparently we're capturing this video at a rate of 900 to 1300 frames per second. That seems unrealistic. Your delivery is marked by this icon. Okay, so I grab it. No. How do I pick up the delivery? Oh, do I press this lever? You do not press this lever. Ah! There's another guy over there. Okay, try this again. Well, I did hold LT or RT to grab, but nothing happened. Whoa! Is that it? No, that's not it down there. I'm just seeing through the hole. That I figured out. Dive is not a very useful button, is it? I guess we'll find out. I keep trying to grab with the button, and it said it was left and right bumper to raise your hands, but that's not happening. And the emotes are exclamation point and question mark. Oh, I can mark a space by centering it in the camera and pressing up. And question is, what am I supposed to do? Gotcha. You just missed War Thunder, though, Ahmad. Oh, wait. What's this thing? New recruit, get to the work by pushing the joystick on this machine. I already did that, Ahmad. I tried pulling the lever. That was, in my defense, that was the first thing I tried. Maybe I dive after grabbing it? Oh, wait. What if after... Ah, yes! Okay, it finally happened. I don't know how I did that, but I did do it. Alright, so I pick this up. And I put it into this security kiosk. Come on, we can do this. Yes! Boom! Bronze medal, everybody. We're living the dream. Oh, I can put a new haircut. Customize character. Alright, worry about that later. So where's the new delivery? I was told there is a new delivery. Ah, there it is. I have to go up there to get my package. Or is that where I have to deliver the package? Let's find out. I did make a video about how to download Girls and Panzer Dream Tank Match, Ahmad. It is on the front page of my channel. You can... I mean, it's technically how to download the... it's technically for how to download the DX. How do I get up there? How to download Girls and Panzer DX, the update, but of course it'll work for anything. Ugh. Clicking thumbsticks to run is always the worst way to play games. There's gotta be a ladder around here somewhere, right? Aha! Nope. Can you climb in this game? Nice limbo, dude. Very nice limbo. I told you. Ahmad, just go to the front page of the website. I'm trying to pick up this umbrella, but it's not working. There we go. We did it, everybody. We picked up an umbrella. Oh. Can you give me some advice, kind sir? Oh. Apparently not. Oh, here's the package. I totally misunderstood where it was. So we just have to keep twisting in a circle until, miraculously, the lever somehow works. You have to go to the Indonesian store, Ahmad Fox. So what you have to do is sign out of PlayStation, go to the Indonesian store, create an sign out of your PlayStation, create a new PSN account in the Indonesia region, and then buy it in that store. Why is this not working? What is my favorite horror game ever? Ooh, God. Game that scared me the... favorite horror game or game that scared me the most? Because, I mean, technically Deadly Premonition is a horror game, but it didn't scare me the most. I mean, Manhunt is kind of horror. I have not watched them yet, Maddie, but I will, now that I know they're there. I have not been checking Discord lately. I've been rushing to finish reviewing all of Criminal Minds, so there you go. Horror games? I know it's a weird thing to say, but I really like the hidden object games, True Fear, and the other hidden object game, Maze Subject 360. Those are very good horror games. They are not like first-person explore horror game. If you're looking for first-person explore horror game, I would say my favorite was probably... there we go. Let's drive this car, everybody. A thing I definitely know how to do. Hey, I do! Nice. Yeah! First-person horror, I love Amnesia. I am a big fan of Amnesia. If you're talking about, like, really great horror games. Yeah, no, I agree with Maddie on this one. Amnesia's fantastic. I also really liked... Did you play Canarium? I really liked Canarium. What do you mean type the name of this country on the screen? Ahmad? Alright, so... Yes! Okay, I know what you have to do. Okay. I got it. I figured out what I'm supposed to do. You grab the controller and then you use the right thumbstick to operate things. You mean Silent Hill, Maddie. Silent Hills is the game that never got made. Okay, you're telling me deliver it to the zipline start. Okay, I guess I have to load it into a car. Is there a way to load this into a car? I guess I have to jump onto the car and just kind of drag it into the back? Because there's no, like, load into car button, right? Yes! Oh, we're doing this! Oh, I get you, Maddie. One of my favorite horror-themed games of all time, it's not particularly scary, but I do love it, is a game called, oh, God, Veil of Darkness. You can get it for free in Abandonware now. It's pretty amazing. I'm also a fan of, what do you call it? I really adore Resident Evil 2, the new one. So good. Yes, Canarium is available on PS4, and the Amnesia Collection is also available on PS4. So both of the, you know, those games I've recommended can be picked up on PS4 right now. Actually, I think I have both of them on PS4. No! Damn it. We can do this. So yeah, I would recommend both of those. What just happened? Like, a log appeared in the road and I fell over even though the log never got anywhere near me. What is happening? I honestly have no idea. Okay, maybe I can take this to a better vehicle? Why would I... First off, I am holding it and my arm isn't... Oh, look! I was getting hit by a log that becomes invisible before it hits me. See? It becomes invisible and rolls into the road before it hits me, but it still counted it as hitting me. Okay. Oh. Okay, I will, hold on. I will type the name of the picture in a minute. The screen in a minute. It's Indonesia. That's I-N... Wait. D-O-N-E... But I will... I'm in the middle of a game. I will do it in a bit. Come on. Come on. I didn't even see the log that time. Bear with me. We're gonna move the car so I don't keep getting hit while I'm trying to pick up the item. Okay, here we go. Obviously, we're doing the jump. I'm not an idiot. Woohoo! That wasn't great for me! Oh. That worked out. I have not played Gang Beasts. It looks good, though. I don't... And I mean, this is going to make me sound like an even more pathetic person you might already think I am. I don't have any, friends locally who play video games, so there's not really any reason for me to get a local multiplayer game. There's just no friends I would bring over to play a local multiplayer game, so I just don't buy any of those. It does look amazing, though. And honestly, is uncannily similar to games I dreamed about making as a child, so... It's won... Gang Beasts has won all of my appreciation, whether or not I ever play it. Alright, so... Let's go grab the box. Oh, so there's no place to... Oh, wait, look! There's actually more space to put the thing in the dune buggy. Okay. Oh, you totally should play it, Maddie. I think you'll really like Amnesia. Obviously, the graphics aren't as good as, modern games, but it looks pretty darn good, and it's creepy as hell. I don't know if you can play Gang Beasts online, Maddie. When it first got announced, they talked about it as a big, local multiplayer party game. I don't know if it currently has, and I'm sure that's what it was in early access for a while. I don't know if they have since added a... Come on, we got this. No. There we go. We can do this. Oh, I have to hold down the button. Okay, here we go. Like I said, Ahmad, I will tell you in a bit. Right now, we're in the middle of a game. Oh, we got this. This is happening, everybody. We're getting up this road. Honestly, I didn't even know Gang Beasts was available on PS4. I thought it was Steam only. I'm very glad to hear that, and now we'll be looking into getting a copy of Gang Beasts to play online. Thank you for updating me. We did it! Oh my god, that was too much of a hassle, but I'm proud to have been involved in the process. God, I'm breaking everything. So I just put it in this box. Oh, good. Wait, wasn't there a guy standing here a second ago? That is a lot of garbage. Alright, let's get this thing. I told you, Mod, I'll be happy to. It's just I literally don't know if I can quit this game without destroying the controller. Sorry, the recording. Yeah! Alright, one hand in the package, one on the zip line. Let's do this. We got it? Alright, so grab the zip line. This is happening, everybody! As the kids say, booyah. Gold medal? You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. I will, Ahmad, but that would require type. Actually, maybe I can do it while I'm still playing the game. Give me 1 second. Okay. Boom. I just realized I can do this. For me, you know me, Maddie, I don't care about graphics at all. I know some people do, but while I, like anyone else, will look at a game with awesome graphics and be amazed by it. I am happy to play pixel art games. A good horror game that's kind of like a creepy atmospheric horror game that has literally got like the same resolution as a Game Boy is something called Home. And it costs like $2. I think it's totally, if you're looking for an interesting horror game and you don't care about graphics, check out Home. I think you're going to be interested. Uncanny Valley as well. Too Dark's a perfect example. Just a second, Ahmad. Okay. Home is good. Too Dark is good. What else? Alright, let's see if I can just type this in for Ahmad so Ahmad can go and get a PSN account. There you go. You're welcome, Ahmad. Now you can stop asking. You know, I just got a comment on one of my... it's funny you mention RPG Maker games, Maddie, because I just got a comment on one of my... one of the only RPG Maker games I've ever covered here on the channel. Dude Cops. About, and it's like... And someone was like, I love Dude Cops. And I'm like, I agree with you. Dude Cops is the best game. I'm trying. Where is the ski resort? It's also up the mountain. Great. This should go perfectly. Careful. Well, no! Oh my god, I destroyed it. That's terrible. The package was completely destroyed because I made the mistake of driving over a manhole. Oh, this is bad. I'm not familiar with Captive, Maddie. But I am a big fan of Dude Cops. And I would recommend anyone who loves RPG Maker games and has, and I can't stress this enough, like 12 minutes to spare, go and enjoy a game of Dude Cops. Because it literally takes like 12 minutes to play the entire game. I have seen Spider-Man Far From Home, and I loved it. I thought that was a really fun movie. I was very entertained from beginning to end. Alright, here we go. We just got to get up this hill, not get hit by a log, deliver a package. I thought it was very entertaining. I wonder what it's like for people who, there we go. I wonder what it's like for people who don't know anything about Spider-Man. Because it's like, if you've read a lot of Spider-Man comics and watched Spider-Man cartoons like I have, you obviously know who Mysterio is. So you know the movie's twist right from the start. So it's like, what is that movie like for people who have never heard of Mysterio and just know Jake Gyllenhaal is in a Spider-Man movie? Were they surprised? Or does everybody see it coming, you know? What we're confused about the second end credits scene, Horror King? I should not. It was terrible. I got it here with 9% powers. Oh my god, I have to bring food to skiers? This is going to be a disaster. But I'll try it. The second end credit sequence is the one themed around Nick Fury, right? It's all just getting it into the truck brought it down to 1%. Okay. I did not know J.K. Simmons was going to be in the post-credit scene, and I was really happy when he turned up. It was such a nice surprise. Oh, Amnesia's in PS Plus? That's great, Maddie. So everybody can play it now. No! And I didn't have to ask them for a copy the way I did. Huh. Oh, well, historically, I don't know how much you know about Spider-Man history, Horror King, but historically, the character, the media hates him and tries to paint Spider-Man as a super criminal who is trying to pretend to be a hero and is really trying to exploit people, and he probably robs them, and he's casual, and like he doesn't care who gets killed when he tries to when he's swinging around the city. So he's a guy who J. Jonah Jameson in the comics is a guy who has always hated Spider-Man, and of course the irony is that Spider-Man works for J. Jonah Jameson. And they're saying we're going to bring that relationship into the Marvel Universe. So it was about bringing the character, bringing Spider-Man into a more comic book related thing. And the next few movies, I have to assume, are you can only raise your arm after you've picked something up. Wow, I wish I'd learned that 10 minutes ago. The next series of movies are going to be about like Spider-Man trying to win over the public and convince them that he's not a villain. Yeah. No! Oh, I'm not good at this. So yeah, if you're wondering what's the point of that scene, I would say that is what that scene was trying to accomplish. You know, Ahmad, you can just Google the phrase how do I get an Indonesia PSN account, and there will be step-by-step instructions for how to do it. It's not actually that hard. That's how I did it. You can go to Google on this one. You should have no trouble at all. Well, I think We Happy Few is going to go on sale soon. It is a wonky game. And as for the second post-credit sequence, that is just letting you know that in the aftermath of Captain Marvel, yeah, a bunch of the time we've seen Nick Fury, he has not most of the time, but a bunch of the time we've seen Nick Fury, it has been a Skrull pretending to be Nick Fury. And not a ton of the time, but some of the time it's a Skrull. We got this. I'm having a weirdly hard time getting this box into this truck. And it's because I'm doing it while on a slope and the game is not... Oh, come on! The game does not handle slope physics very well at all. And actually, that post-end credits raises the suggestion that Maria Hill, Nick Fury's sidekick, has been a Skrull the entire time and we just never knew. Oh, the Skrulls, yeah. Oh, no, sorry, I didn't know which scene you were talking about, Horror King. Yeah, no, it was literally because they wanted to say that Nick Fury has been off doing Skrull stuff, interplanetary Skrull stuff, a bunch of the time. And the reason I think they did it is because they're planning to, in this new phase of Marvel, do a bunch of outer space stuff, you know, with Captain Marvel, with the Inhumans, with Guardians of the Galaxy, and they want to establish through that end credits scene that Nick Fury has always known about the outer space stuff, and he can be a major player in the outer space stuff going forwards. And again, it raises the idea that this whole time Maria Hill has been a Skrull, which is a twist I did not see coming. But it actually does fix a plot hole, kind of, in Winter Soldier. Because in Winter Soldier, suddenly Maria Hill is just one of the guys, one of the agents in the back of the truck, taking them to be killed, turns out to be Maria Hill, and you're like, wow, how did she infiltrate them? And if she's a Skrull the whole time, she infiltrated them by knocking a guy out and pretending to be him. It actually makes a ton of sense. I think they will bring S.W.O.R.D. in. I suspect that Nick Fury on that spaceship at the end is part of, like, the S.W.O.R.D. initiative, and that is what that is what Captain Marvel is going to be working with going forward, is my suspicion. And the question is, and this is the thing I find interesting in Marvel, well, if they're getting the X-Men back, the X-Men throughout the 70s and 80s did all sorts of, like, outer space adventures. Well, more the 70s than the 80s, but some in the 80s. And are they going to bring in the X-Men's outer space adventures to keep them from, you know, having, from spending too much time competing with all of the other Avengers? And Deadpool and whatnot. No! Ugh. You know, yeah, it's exactly like Human... it is really similar to Humans Fall Flat. Oh, come on. I already told you the country in the comments, Ahmad. Just scroll up, it's already there. I'm not going to say I'm not going to type the country out again. I already did that. Ugh! I'm so bad at this. Although that is the nature of the game. They kind of want it to be... They kind of want you to be bad at this. Oh my god. Indonesia, Maddie. Indonesia, not Indocena. Alright, we got it. So yeah, I think Sword will be in there soon. It would be weird if it wasn't after that ending. You got Nick Fury hanging out on a Skrull space station. Come on! You know what? I'm just carrying it. I don't care anymore. Actually, no, it's still too far to carry. Oh, I played Amnesia. I still haven't played Amnesia 2, A Machine for Pigs, even though I own it. So I should probably get on top of that post-haste. Because I really liked Amnesia. That would be interesting. Horror King. And they have left themselves open to do that. Although they wouldn't have to be all the Skrulls that were evil the whole time. Because the end of Captain Marvel and the Maria Hill revelation suggests that, you know, there are Skrulls frigging everywhere in Marvel, right? This whole time, there have been Skrulls throughout the Marvel Universe. And we just never knew it. So you can have a bunch of evil Skrulls in a later movie. I mean, not all of the Skrulls have to be evil. Maria Hill doesn't have to be evil. Talon doesn't have to be evil. But you can have evil Skrulls showing up. And the best part is, characters who have been killed off, if the actor wants to come back later, you can have a Skrull pretending to be that character, and it'll be a lot of fun. Whoa, that would have been dangerous. I'm telling you not to drive too fast. I can't believe I actually made it after all of that. It's fine, Ahmad. I know you're psyched about Girls and Panzer. Everybody is. Girls and Panzer is the best. I don't know what that is over there, but I want to stay away from it. If we could arrange staying away from that, that would be great. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a snowman made out of a cardboard box. Huh. We did it, everybody. We did it. I unlocked the mule. I don't know what that is, but I'm excited to find out. May I use... Oh, look! This is going to be great. We're going to use a slide to get down the mountain. Come on, this is happening. Do I watch any anime? Not as much as I should. I've only watched... I had Little Witch Academia recommended to me, and I watched half of it. And I haven't watched the second half yet, which is bad, because it was very entertaining, that first half. But when it comes to anime, my tastes generally... No! Oh, that was brutal. Oh, this just gets more and more brutal. It's sad to say, but my favorite animes ever are like Fist of the North Star, which is also just one of my favorite things ever. And I'm obsessed with Golgo 13, so when the 50-episode Golgo 13 limited series that one year in, like, I don't know, 2010 or 2012 or whatever, and then this, like, every week for a whole year, there was one episode of Golgo 13 that was, like, a perfect adaptation of one of the comics. That was, like, my favorite year ever. Because every episode was just magnificent. So, yeah. Fist of the North Star, which is my favorite thing ever, and Golgo 13. But I will finish watching Little Witch Academia. I do promise that. What do you recommend? Oh god, this is so brutal. That's right, I'm just jumping down the pile at this point because I've failed so badly at getting down the hill. I gotta say, this game's really cute. I will absolutely say this game is really cute. I tend to like wonky physics games. I don't know if you people have played Grow Home, but it's pretty badass. Oh, you die if you go in water. I didn't know. But yes, Grow Home is a lot of fun. It's one of these wonky physics climbing games, and I really like it. Is this an elevator to the roof? Have there been elevators to the roofs of these buildings this whole time, and I didn't know it? I'm very angry right now. Oh, when I unlock the, I've heard good things about Helsing previously. Am I going to unlock a helicopter at some point? Please tell me I'm going to unlock a helicopter. That's a helicopter, right? Oh my god, I need 15 silver stars and 3 gold stars to unlock a helicopter. And to unlock a boat, I need... No, UFO! If I get 50... If I get 50 stars, they're going to give me a UFO. That's amazing. Yeah, Grow Home is really cute. I really like the heck out of that game. Downtown. But yeah, Fist of the North Star is pretty much my favorite thing there is. So, you know. I love it. I even liked Fist of the Blue Sky, which was the sequel. And it was also very, very good. Alright. Come on. Wobble Wompy. Why will you never finish Helsing, Maddie? Wait, I canceled it? Oh, if you press it twice, it cancels. Ah, okay. The rocket is missing a key component for takeoff. Okay. Where do I watch animes? Well, I mean, like I said, I don't watch much. It's basically whatever shows up on... Oh, Cowboy Bebop. I love Cowboy Bebop. But then again, everyone says they love Cowboy Bebop, but... I really do love Cowboy Bebop. Honestly, I own Fist of the North Star, and I own... the Golgo 13 episodes, so when I want to watch them, I just watch them. And beyond that, I just watch what shows up on, you know me, I just watch what shows up on Netflix. I am not very good at going out there and seeking out things. Sometimes Crunchyroll. Wait a minute, why am I forgetting to say my favorite anime of all time, Girls in Panzer? Girls in Panzer is my favorite anime of all time. TV show category. So yeah, Girls in Panzer. Everybody needs to watch Girls in Panzer. It is embarrassing that that was the first thing I said. I am so bad at this. You should watch Cowboy Bebop. It's weird that it's not on Netflix. I think it was briefly, but I could be wrong about that. It might have only been on Canadian Netflix. Although, again, I could be going nuts. Good movie, though. The what do you call it? The, where's my destination? Over here, okay. Damn it. I figured I had to go the long way around. But yes, the Cowboy Bebop. Gosh darn it! I'm just gonna go get a fresh one. So you can never, ever, ever drive over one of these because they will always eject you. Yes, Maddie, but I meant back in the day is when it would be on Canadian. I don't think it's on Canadian Netflix now, if it ever was. So I bet there's a whole bunch of bridge deliveries, right? Those awesome bridge deliveries. Yeah, Cowboy Bebop's basically magnificent. Alright, let's try this again. Please go in that. These things do not have good inertia. I'll say that. Bear with me, please. Oh, Perfect Blue is so good. wonder if Darren Aronofsky ever admitted how much of Requiem for a Dream he ripped off of Perfect Blue. Because he ripped a ton of Requiem for a Dream off of Perfect Blue. This feels safe. So just... It was not safe. God damn it, game! I think I know what I'm doing wrong. Is it that you're being terrible at the game? Yes, that is what I'm doing wrong. Alright, so what I'm going to do is stop trying to load the thing on an incline. I seem to get in a lot of trouble when I try to load this thing on an incline. So let's get a nice flat stretch of ground. Load this bad boy up. But yeah, Perfect Blue is great. Run, you little weirdo! Yeah, the grabbing is really, like, wonky. And I know wonkiness is the point of the game, but even for a game whose point is wonkiness, the grabbing is very wonky. I just lost 31% of it trying to move it to the thing. Alright, here we go. Oh, look! There's a thing over there that I can grab so I don't fall over. Oh, if we were playing two-player, a guy could stand in the back of the bed, grab the package with one hand and the handle with the other, and it would never fall out. I get it. Okay. I mean, it's gotta be somewhere like 91%. Like, it's really similar. Alright, now we're driving carefully. Ah, I remember to avoid the manhole cover. Pretty proud of myself. Now I have to go over this hill to the docks, keeping it above 70%? Maybe above 80%. Can I go through that blue wall? This looks like the end of the map to me. It was! My bad. Are you more careful than you're being there, HOGuru? Where the hell is this dock? Are you telling me the dock was literally just over the hill from where I picked this item up? Is this a joke? I'm gonna call that a moral victory. Oh, totally. Yeah. It is like a humans fall flat gang beast type of situation, 100%. Apparently it was just over the hill and I didn't need to use the roads at all. And I tried because I'm an idiot. So that didn't feel great. I'm like, why is it changing which one controls the direction? Well, dummy, which one did you grab it with? Dummy. I can't believe it took me 40 minutes to figure out that the controller you grabbed the thing with is the one that operates it's not saying good things for my abilities to understand really anything. This is not going well. Stop it! No! Lift it up, lift it up. You can do this. Is this good? Alright, we're gonna call it. That's fine. Left 4 Dead 2? I think so. I mean, it'd be weird if I didn't, but I might not. You never know with me. Alright, where the hell is the way to this beach? Is This can't be the way. Why is there... You know what? I'm not even going to ask. So I just had to get the box over the hill. All of that? Yeah, you can send me a friend request, Horror King. My PlayStation Network account ID is Evil Mask. One word, no spaces, no nothing like that. Evil Mask. I'll check if I have it, Maddie, and if so, then yes. Just get in there. Do you know how much hassle you've put me through this one box? Oh, we did it, everybody. Alright, that is going to be it. Oh. Are you kidding? Am I going to give this thing a test drive? Seriously? Perfect way to end the stream, everybody. As I was saying, I've been the Hidden Object Guru. Is there a map for this? No! That was so embarrassing. Thanks, Maddie. Come on. I got it? Do I have it? Yes, I have it. Okay. I cannot be trusted with a rocket. Okay, perfect. Great, Horror King 2. So that way you can, when you send me a friend request, I will know it's you. Anyway, I've been the Hidden Object Guru. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. If you had a good time and you would like to see more, there is buttons for that. There are buttons for that coming up. Questions, suggestions, related whatnots, go in the comments section below the video. If you'd... wait. They do, don't they? I will see you back here for more new and upcoming games. But until then, I'm going to say au revoir. So what this game really needs is a map to tell you where all the deliveries are. My disastrous, yeah, I can say only good things about my disastrous attempts to fly a rocket. By the way, here is the key to good third-person platforming, anyone who wants to know. Give me a drop shadow. I don't care about your realistic, oh, well, we figured out what angle the light would be at nonsense. No. Put a shadow directly below the character so I can aim my jumps. Well, that didn't get me as far as I wanted. Oh, yes, I did it! I was trying to get on that building and I bounced off my head there. Nice. Oh, you're going to BC, Maddie. That's great. I have only been to BC once, but I loved it. Had a really great time in BC. Then when I got back, I got, how do I put this gently? Sued. Completely unrelated to the BC trip, but definitely derailed my life for a couple of years. Just a fun ride all around for everybody. Did I just find an alien skull? Oh no, it's a luchadore mask. Okay. I was hoping it was an alien skull, but luchadore masks are good too. Thought I would pick it up and it would add it as a costume piece, but that's just not happening. There we go! Do I have to bring it back to base, or what's going on here? Yes, I hope you get to see Victoria Island, Maddie, and I hope you get up to the Redwoods, because the Redwoods are frigging beautiful. Oh, I didn't get sued over anything important. I had a bad teacher. I complained about the bad teacher, so the bad teacher sued me for complaining about them. It was a mess. But what are you going to do? Alright, that's going to be that for this game. I gotta say, it was very cute. Online isn't available yet, but I could see playing that, you know, I will, let's take the survey. Is Ahmad still around? I can walk him through the thing now, if he wants it. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, let's do this. Oh, it was a bad situation. No, didn't lose the case. The case just ended, Maddie. Okay. My age. Old as the hills. Let's see. Hidden object. Object. What are my favorite game genres, people? Hidden object, horror, horror, JRPG. I would say I'm very likely to recommend this. Am I a hardcore video game player? Is my 400,000 gamer score on Xbox count? You guys sent me an email about it. Nope. No, I did not play it online, so there you go. Ontario. Canada. I played for 1 hour. EST. Oh, wait. Focused on completing deliveries. Well, I only played these. Mine of fun. Car pickup truck, very fun. Did not play. Did not play. Did not play. Did not play. PC, so that would be top is best, bottom is last. PC, Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, iPhone, iPad. I would like it if there were a map button to help me locate deliveries. I think I would play this when it's released, sure. If you send me a review copy. I don't buy video games. I know that's bad, and I actually do buy like 5 video games a year. But they're all VR, so... I'm not your best person to try to sell this to. Done and done. Oh, thanks, Horror King. The alpha was free. It's just something they sent out. They wanted to test their servers. So, you know, they just sent it to everybody, or airbody, if you prefer. No one prefers it when you say that? Gotcha. Yeah, seriously, Horror King, thanks for dropping by. I hope you had a good time. And it's great to have more horror people here, because I'm a horror person. In fact, I'm one of the world's foremost experts on Friday the 13th. That is self-described. Alright, so, YouTube. Yay, we're over 5,000! Dream of the 90s is alive, everybody. So yeah. Oh, no. The servers are down, Maddie. It's only single player right now. It's only single player at the moment. So you can't... There we go. So you couldn't have played with me anyway. It's totally fine. All right, we're going to call it a night. Thank you to everybody who dropped by. I hope you had a great time. I know I did. I'll be back here tomorrow night with a visual novel, a romance visual novel, of all things. I know, it's sad. I'm sad, too. A romance visual novel that comes out in a week, and I got an advance copy, so that should be a lot of fun. I think it's about demons? Or, like, magical girls, or... fighting ghosts? Anyway, it's a romance visual novel that I'm reviewing, so should be a lot of fun to check out. I'll see y'all back here for that tomorrow. But until then, I'm saying, that's right, au revoir.